Morning, guys. Hope everything is going well with you out in the universe. Sending positive thoughts to you, hoping that you are making good decisions every day. And if this channel can help you make the best decision for yourself, then that is fantastic. So today, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, so I try and get up early to get some of my videos out of the way before I head off to work. And I don't have my book here, but it's kind of interesting. The one book that seems to be the most influential book that has helped me, especially in the last 30 days or so, is a book by Aaron Arstow. He was on Shark Tank. He wrote a book called The 5-Hour Workday. And I was reading Tim Ferriss's book, like just about every future entrepreneur, every potential entrepreneur, everybody that wants to quit their 9-to-5 job and compress their week into a 4-hour work week, whatever. And came across this book, and I read it, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, I've been delivering potato chips for the past 5 years, and my average work week is about 40 hours, no matter what. I get paid a daily rate, so it doesn't matter what my hours are. But it always drove me crazy that I would work between 40 and 60 hours a week for the past 5 years. Sometimes I'd work 70 hours, especially when I had a route that was out of town. I would get up at this time, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd get home at 8, 9 o'clock at night. I did that for about a year. And then finally I got another route. And that one became a little bit normal, 50 hours, 40, 50 hours, I'd say. That'd be the average. That's if I worked really hard. So then I came across this book. And this wasn't originally what I was going to talk about in this video, but hey, this might be interesting to someone. The 5-Hour Workday. So I read the book, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and compress my work down to a 5-hour day and see if it works. Driving to the warehouse alone usually takes me 2 to 3 hours. And I would do that 3 times a week. So that's a day. And I have 5 days worth of work, and I drive for 1 day. So how do you compress that all together? So I thought I'm approaching it a little bit from a skeptical point of view, a cynical maybe in some ways. Because I'm getting quite cynical. I will admit, a little bit cynical. When you spend thousands of dollars on online courses and you start seeing a pattern emerge where you have people that they're in one industry and they're realizing it doesn't work. So then they move over to selling online courses because that's where they generate their cash flow, and they're teaching people how to make money by selling courses or whatever it is. It just seems like a weird thing. Like, it's not tangible. And I think that's part of it that bugs me a little bit is there's only a select few people that are doing a business, and then they tell you how they did the business from scratch and how they became successful. And I don't mind if they sell a course on their journey. I really don't. I think that's admirable. But when they try something and it doesn't work and they fail miserably, and then they go in the realm of teaching people how to do something completely different. Like, let's just use Dave Ramsey. Now I'll go back to the 5-hour workday. Dave Ramsey. You may think he's great, no, whatever. For me, if you go back and research his history, the dude went bankrupt. He over-leveraged himself on real estate deals and all this kind of stuff, and I guess was taught by his parents how to do real estate. And one day the banks called him on his loans and he couldn't pay, so he decided to go the route of going bankrupt. I've never done that. I've always paid everything back. I've always made deals and all that kind of stuff. But he decided to go bankrupt, and then he thought, you know what? There's people out there that are broken, that are losing money on whatever. They're not saving money. They're buying, they're buying coffee every day and all this kind of stuff. And if I can help manipulate those people into buying my courses, that'll help me generate cash flow so I can buy bigger homes, multi-million-dollar homes. And it's my business what I do with my money. So that part, that seems to be a pattern, is you build an online course, a university, and then you use that cash flow to buy real estate or investments and whatever it is. And it's not the stock market. The only person, and I can even argue that Warren Buffett didn't even buy stocks in the stock market. He bought businesses. The first business he looked at was, well, there were several, but one of the main business I believe was, oh man, I want to say it's Gekko. It was an insurance company, and he saw the cash flow. He looked at it. He's like, if a business can produce cash without any risk or very minimal risk, I'm going to buy that company, whether that means buying tons of shares into the company, but I need to be on the board, and I need to have a lot of stock in this company and take it over and all this kind of stuff. So he would do that. He'd buy businesses. He'd create a corporation, buy a business, get other people to invest in that business, and then he'd flip it. He'd sell it, whatever it is, and do it again. And eventually he had so many businesses that he's like, man, I got this Berkshire textile company that's doing crap because textiles were going like this. I'm going to merge that. That's going to be my main company. And I'm going to continue to buy companies and put them inside underneath that umbrella. And then I'm going to get shareholders, people that are going to invest in Berkshire and Hathaway. And I'm going to tell them not to sell. Ever, ever. Do not sell any of your stocks. Ever. And we don't do any of these dividend crap and all this kind of stuff. Just if you want to sell your stock because you need to buy a house, whatever, go ahead. But you don't have my blessing. Anyways, so he would buy businesses. So everybody's like, be like Warren Buffett, be a billionaire, invest in the stock market. That's not what he did. He invested heavily into Visa because he saw Visa was making money on people. Anyways, I digress. 5-hour workday. I managed to shave my hours down to 5 hours. So like this morning, what time is it, 4? I'll be out of here probably in about an hour or so. And I should be home by about 10, 11 o'clock. Which is, say I push it. And I work till 12. I'm still home by noon. I still have half a day. And last week before, I went and hit a bucket of balls with my son-in-law. So for the past 2-3 weeks, I've been able to condense my work week down to 30 hours. From 40 to 60 hours down to 30. This week I'm on target to compressing it down to 25 hours in a work week. And for me, that allows me to do things like this, make more YouTube videos, all this kind of stuff, see if I can help you out. Start exposing some of these things some of these businesses that are using brainwashing tactics, manipulation, all this kind of stuff, dark psychology and whatever. Like, man, the rabbit hole goes so freaking deep. It's unbelievable. If you listen to any videos or buy books on how they manipulated people in World War II and Vietnam, South Korea, all this stuff, North Korea, interrogation tactics by the FBI, negotiation skills, all this kind of stuff. They're using all these tactics in selling you courses. All of them. All the tactics. All of them. They go right down to simple things like building rapport. You have your prisoner. You start building a little bit of rapport. You say, you know what? Like, I know it's not your fault that you're here. It's the people that you are fighting for. They let you down. Look, you're here. And you know what? We have another prisoner of yours that is talking, and we're letting them go. So if you want to let go, or you want to be let go, we can help you, or we can continue to torture you. What do you want? Like, denounce your country, denounce all this stuff, and we can work with you. We can help you. And really, like, you've been lied to. You know, they're the enemy. We're not the enemy. I know it looks like we're the enemy because we're in a different uniform. It's the same tactic as all these gurus are teaching. Actually, they're not teaching you. They're not teaching you what they've done. They're teaching you what they think you need to know. And you buy these courses thinking you're going to get the same result as what they have. And I know I'm rambling a little bit, but if you listen to anything on Steve Jobs, it basically says, you know, like, try and invent something. Try and make a business where you actually make the world a better place. iPhones, all this kind of stuff. Do something. Build some kind of a tangible business. And make a dent. Don't just make fluff, I guess is my point at the end of the day. So, I know this is a bit of a ramble. I should just call this Rambling 101. And I hope this makes sense to some people out there that, you know, if you're working a 9-to-5 job, it's okay. It's okay for now. Compress your work so that you can try and figure out what you want to do on the sideline, what kind of a hustle. If it's YouTube videos, whatever it is, create something. Create a business, whatever. Like I make videos on the side and get paid for it. So that's why a lot of my videos on this channel are not edited, because I spend time editing my other videos, and that's where I make some money as a side hustle. But here I just like to just talk. And yeah, a little bit tired. I went to bed at about 11:30 last night, got up at 3:30 this morning. So I find that I can't really sleep anymore. Probably 4 to 6 hours. It's not that I don't want to sleep, it's just I can't. Anyways, hope this helps, and I'll see you in another video. If you like this video, if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.